got that swooping.
That is one sexy swoop.
That is grade A swoopage right there. Everything has to have a swoop. You're coming too. What started as a dream is now our reality. 6 years ago, we poured her ballast, raised every frame, cut every plank, and named her Rediviva. Ready for life back on the ocean? This year, we're determined to set sail.
Would you look at that? I'd say that's the making of a fine cruising vessel.
We're Salt and Tar, and this is our life. We're happy to share, and thanks for joining us. Our engine's integrated into our dinette, and the box is entirely removable, but we have a few more steps before it's complete. Garrett and I are on board. Noah is over at the bunker. I'm going to paint the inside of the engine box, so hopefully it will dry sometime today, and Garrett can put in the, what is it? The heat, noise stuff.
Yeah, it's just like a really thin adhesive, like noise and heat insulation on the inside of this box.
Garrett is going to clean up all of the wires and sort of put, now that the shift and throttle cable are in place, he's gonna kind of make them so they won't be droopy or hanging anywhere or be any sort of concern with the drive line. And clean up all the wires that go from the engine up to the deck box and see kind of where that brings him to today.
Reroute is a success.
Oh, that's a good idea. Just put it under.
Yeah, should be fine. Valve cover doesn't get hot. I mean, this is really hardy hose. It should be good there. Wire random little lights to come on things. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Those spreader lights that the one Patty gave us. Yeah. Have one up on the top of the mizzen, shining down on the aft deck.
Uh-huh.
One on the main.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I forgot what I was looking for. The reason I pulled that box out, and then I stopped looking for it at some point. I just got distracted with all the other stuff.
He eventually remembered he was looking for zip ties. And then did I route it next and then sand it?
Sand it to the contour first,
Okay,
and then route it.
and then Noah and I are back to work on the table, installing the leg and the last support piece. Last piece, I think, to go on the table. Got our hinging piece. And this is gonna be the last cross piece here. And then I think we'll be ready to permanently install the kind of P brackets that we made onto the front face there of the dinette thing. Is this the last piece to go on the table?
That's the last one.
Perfect.
So we go on this side of that line. And then when that folds down, you can
Perfect.
tie
Oh yeah.
that right on there. Come in 2 inches from each end
Okay.
and put a mark
Okay.
somewhere in the center.
Okay.
And then maybe divide that just in half. We'll do 3 screws.
Okay.
And then this is 1.25 inches wide.
Okay.
So you'll want to be at 5/8 for the center. So you get your mark here, where every 2 inches is, and then put another mark at 1 5/8. Then you can just double check if you want to make sure that's 5/8, not 1 5. And then that's your center for the hole.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
This bit through those same holes.
Okay. We're gonna shift the work party over to the boat and hang the table again, and hopefully install the backing, the trim for the backrest as well. All right. Look at that! Haha!
Table.
Hey Garrett, come check it out. Slides on nice and freely. Leg.
Super bitchin'. I love what you did with the leg.
A little bungee thing here or whatever.
Nice. Oh, that's sick.
All right, we've discussed a few more ideas for how to help the rocking of the table by adding some cleats in the back, as well as locking the leg in place. Will also be another cleat and like an actual boat cleat that we'll just tie a line around, and the line will kind of go through the leg, and that will also be what will wrap around when the table is lifted up to keep it hinged back. So we just have to find some cleats, which we have some little tiny baby cleats floating around somewhere, so that'll probably happen in the future. So we're moving on to the next project, or back to the one that we've been flip-flopping on. The trim piece that locks in this back rest that is removable from the engine box. We're attaching the trim to the removable back piece, but where it attaches to the stationary side and to the box, there will be removable screws. Yeah, those look nice.
Yeah, they do.
It still fits!
That is gorgeous.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's a little stiffer than it was before. And we're going to be securing it here.
So it won't be able to jiggle.
Yeah, and there's extra space in here that'll be absorbed by the screws.
Oh, it feels so nice.
It does feel nice.
It feels great.
Cool.
Yeah. The permanent screws will be wood plugged, and there's about 9 screws to remove to take it all apart. Then just lift the engine box off to get amazing engine access. There it is. Let's go. Yeah, that was all of 30 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have this.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's so bitchin'. So good, man. Oh, look at that. Dude, so good.
So sweet.
Got that swoopy.
That is one sexy swoop.
That is grade A swoopage right there.
Starting to think this day would never come.
Hey Garrett,
Yo.
can I run something by you real quick? So I'm gluing it back on, putting the screws in, and then I would bung it when it's in place.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you countersunk these already?
Yeah,
Okay.
just did.
Alright, I'm gonna run up and make that leg.
Okay.
Do you need anything?
Nope.
This is ready to.
Okay, to be bunged?
Yeah. You can take it off and set it on the table or something.
Okay. Since the table also slides, we have to make a second leg that'll sit atop the seat when it's in buffet mode, or as Garrett likes to call it, the taco platform. At least my first time ever using a chisel was on the underside of the table. Nothing bad. I don't think Noah even noticed. Just a little shallow. Every tool has its own finesse.
Do you have a GoPro sitting around or
Yeah, in
just
there.
in here?
Mm-hmm.
Just finishing up the starboard big cleat through the bulwarks that I made out of black locust, and the final little thing that I did was it was all pretty close fit, looking pretty good, but just to kind of really finish it off, I mixed up a little batch of Total Fair and I just smeared it all around the inside. So it's just an epoxy fairing compound, and it's just kind of messy smeared in there right now. I'm just gonna go through the whole thing and with some really fine grit sandpaper and just get it super smooth around there and make sure all these corners are just really nice and rounded over so that this won't create a chafe issue for lines going through it. Other than that, it's done and ready to go.
It's gonna be great.
We're all about excess.
We just like options. I just have to trim the bungs on those second two peas and then sand them all. And then that's the last of the bungs. Ready for a wipe down in oil?
Yeah.
Oh,
Except for that one little spot.
Not bad.
not bad at all.
Not bad.
When this trim goes on here, it'll actually add a little more rigidity
Oh,
to
yeah.
it because it'll lock it in between those.
Hell yeah.
What are you doing over there, Cricket?
I'm just cleaning up and running all the wiring. So when Josh and Alexis were here, we were just trying to like get systems in and kind of like locate things and throw in wiring, get a lot done, and then then I could come back and clean it all up and figure out exactly where I wanted to lead the wire. So I just had him leave everything long, and then I'd figure out the tidiness later. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just separating all the wires which run here and there, clumping them, figuring out the best run so it's out of the way of everything, and then I'm kind of just rerunning and putting a bunch of ties and clips and clamps and stuff to make sure that they don't snag on anything, they don't get caught anywhere. I did the engine
wires.
and then back through here, keeping them up and away from the drive line and everything. And I just did it to like back to this wall. So I'm gonna do here back to there, and then I'm gonna do from like back at this point up to the deck box and out to the fuel tank. pretty much it for wire tidying for the time being until we install more systems. But this will be good because now I've got, after I do all this, I'll have kind of like my,
like a vein.
yeah, my wire highways along the boat. So when I'm adding different systems, I can just tap into those and, you know, follow those up or downstream.
Last pieces for the dinette before paint and oil are 2 wood dividers on the top shelf made from maple, and a cap rail made out of the cherry we've been using.
Kind of roughly get on the line there, the other
Okay.
end of the line.
This side?
Yeah. You know, and that, you know, this line isn't critical, but if it was, if you like kind of squat down and you can sight the edge of this and line it up with that mark. See how that works? So you want to be able to look perfectly, you know, move back and forth until all you see is straight down here.
Okay.
And then put that mark right in line with what you're seeing.
Let's see how close I get. Like
Very nice. Very nice.
such a long way to go.
So you can sand the surface of this nicely, and then hand sand the corners. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Here we go. That is a death weapon. Wow. So just trace it out?
Yep. Just try to, you know, when there's a gap under there, you just have to make an effort to go straight down.
Make sure it's like 90.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard with this,
Yeah,
the wood.
if you start maybe at the other end and drag it, it'll ride better over the grain. It's hard to push it against the grain. How much of a curve do you want to see? Like the strong one or lesser one?
A little strong.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not swoopy enough. Well, that's almost perfect.
Something like that, and then just come straight out from
Yeah.
there. Wait, let's we want that to be.
And then that will just be straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
What's the better?
I guess I'm just measuring off of this.
Yeah.
So at the low point, it's about 1 3/8 inches. So you can mark 1 3/8 inches.
Is that one?
Mm-hmm. And then you can connect that line.
Is it that one?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
That's the same radius that's on the outside of the bench.
Perfect. Yeah, that's why I like it.
Yeah. If you're more comfortable, you can come in from this angle too.
Okay.
And then in that case, you're looking down through here to follow the blade. So whatever feels right to you. So in that case, you're wandering a little far
Okay.
onto this side.
Okay.
So if you can't easily readjust, then you can back out of your cut a little bit and then cut
And then
back
do it
into
again.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to make sure you're either out of the cut when you start it, or if you're in the cut, you want to be nice and free.
Loose. Okay.
Run the blade and then make your adjustment.
Okay.
That's good. One thing to watch is you always want to keep this deck right flat against
Yeah,
the wood.
I think that's my biggest struggle with the circular saw.
Yeah.
Is I always want to do one way or the other. I think it's more
Okay.
up.
Yeah, you can kind of just let it rest. You know,
Yeah.
it should sit fairly, unless you're cutting. In this situation, it's a little more awkward because you're relying mostly on this little thin piece. If you came in from the other angle, you have
Then
more
you've got
flat to
weight.
work with.
Okay.
But that was good. You know, nice and straight. And, it was good.
Okay.
Very nice.
It's a good muscle workout.
Yeah.
Oh, they look great.
They do look good.
I guess maybe I want to route
Yeah, you want
and
to
curve.
sand these first.
Okay.
This one, for some reason, has a little bit of a, maybe the bucket was bent there. I'm going to remove a little more right in this section.
smelled it on the.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I smelled it on the air when I was driving by.
It was like candy.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good deal. Not only do you get things built to your spec, but you also get an apprenticeship in woodworking.
Yeah. I think I'm getting the better end of the deal. Yeah, so I was thinking, now that I know how to make these, I'll probably do them behind the galley area too.
Nice. Do you make patterns for them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm stoked about everything too, because like, you know, being at such this burnt out stage, like I barely have enough mental capacity to think about doing things myself, let alone teaching somebody else how to do all this stuff. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
I'm really
not always the
enjoying
best at describing things, but she seems to get the point.
So they're kind of under the aft deck on top of that shelf. I've been a fan of the Swoopy, is what we're calling it. It's just been running for about 2 weeks now. Everything has to have a swoop.
What?
Swoopage.
Swoop life.
And this bucket has one of the best swoops.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, that's the. Noah first used it for the arm or the back rest trim piece. That's that swoop, and that's also these swoops.
Nice. Hell of a swoop.
It's a hell of a swoop.
Swoop Town, USA.
Well,
We'll have to wait until tomorrow.
ready to install tomorrow. Dinette area now. Whoop. Where are you going?
Oh my gosh.
We're so focused.
Yeah, hyper
Focused. Caught it with my foot. You're going for a ride.